Hello everyone. I have a fun little kind of product review for everybody today. First things first, I am not getting paid for this whatsoever. It's not an ad, it's just a review. I'm not getting paid by the manufacturer of the product. I'm not even getting paid by the person who gave this to me. However, I will say that the person who gave this to me owns a reptile store down in southern Colorado, where I live. They do a really great job. They push a whole lot of education and proper reptile keeping of animals of all different varieties, specifically of reptiles and invertebrates. So if you want to go check out that store, go hit them up. They do great things. I really like them. But without further ado, this is the Zilla Rapid Sense UV Detecting Decor. There's a couple different designs and sizes. Again, not getting paid by Zilla. Not getting paid by the reptile store that gave me this. However, if Zilla wants to reach out, if you're watching, wink, wink, we can totally discuss something like that. But this is a really cool and interesting product that will essentially bring the conversation of lighting really to a more palatable sense for American consumers. So what this is that, and we're going to come over here. Hi, Remus. We'll come back to your cage in just a second. What this is, so here is Lilith. This is a really cool piece of decor that has this really cool little UVB sensor under there that will change color depending on the amount of ultraviolet light rays that hit it. And it even has a really cool, nifty little color guide that puts out exactly how much you need for all these different species. It's not exact, but it's a really good way to get kind of a general idea of how much you're putting out. So the idea is that, so here is Lilith. She's our supposed northern blue-tongue skink who's already destroyed her water since this morning, because that's what reptiles do. And what the idea is that you will place it around the different cage, on the cool side, on the warm side, usually under the areas where you have your ultraviolet light. You got a compact bulb, an LED light, or a T5 strip or a T8 strip, whatever that is, and you will put it in the area where your animal is basking, because in the amount of height, it varies in range greatly. From up here, there is a tremendous amount. Down here, it is quite not a bit. And if you have an incredibly large, tall one, then you're going to need to put it up in the basking areas where it reaches all the way down to see where it sits. So this is being a cool little decor. It can stay in here for a while. So this is generally where, as you can see, there's the ultraviolet light. There's a little heat thing back there. This is where Lilith comes over and basks. So right here, it will actually sit there and absorb through there. It doesn't have to be flipped over to show the sensor. And yes, this sensor, this product is made by the same company that uses them for zoological facilities and plenty of other places like that. So this is a really good product to use as far as the actual sensor quality goes. So you let this sit here for probably 30, 40 seconds, or if you want to do it quickly, you'll actually flip it upside down and you'll put it that way. That way it absorbs that ultraviolet light very quickly. And then we're going to set this right here. Again, I'm only doing this with one hand. We're going to grab this and we're going to compare it right here. So as we can see, it's a little bit low for where a crepuscular desert-ish reptile like a blue-tongued skink sits, but it's still sitting there. It's a little bit low. It was kind of right below that Russian tortoise, and so what that means is it's probably getting close to time to needing to replace that light bulb, which there are ways to actually verify that, and I will go over that in just a second. But let's come over here and we'll compare it to another one, a more diurnal species, Remus, the yellow Ackie monitor. So we're going to set this right there. I'm going to put that there. I'm only working with one hand again. No, put it there. Put it right there. All right, we're just going to do that. Then we're going to come over here. So this is this VivTech light bulb, and I use multiple different types of UVB bulbs for the enclosure. So Remus, he has a little VivTech bulb because that's what I chose for this one. The bearded dragon who hates the world. Forgive the glass little specks. Had a retic out, and she splashed her tail when I was soaking her. It got everywhere, and I haven't cleaned the outside of the cage. The little T5 bulb. And then over there is a little compact bulb with Lilith. So that's been sitting there for a minute. And then we're going to bring it back over here and compare. So that one right there, it's a little bit darker. It fades pretty quickly, but that again is probably some decent exposure for that. It's not the highest output for the Sure Sun or the VivTech bulbs. There are ones that they have 3 different varying ones. This is kind of the mid-grade one because it sits so close. This can actually stay inside of the enclosure. So that's why this one is a lower wattage than you would probably do if you had it on the outside, a little bit further raised up. And as I mentioned before, this is not an exact thing. This is a pretty good product, but there are ways of verifying that. And that's with something like a solar meter, where you would actually sit and you'd have a solar meter. And there are a couple different companies out there that make them. These are pretty pricey. That price point is, I want to say, around $20-ish, maybe 30 for the bigger one, $30 or $35. This, you're sitting over $100. Some of them can get over $200 or $300. So what you do, has this nifty cool little cover, and you flip it over like that. Hey, don't eat me. And you'll come over here, and then you can actually sit there and pop it out. Put it in the varying spots where it is. Right there. The VivTech output is a little bit different for the different bulbs. There's a little conversion thing that you can do where it'll actually sit there and output it. Sorry, the cover's in the way. There we go. Maybe, possibly. We're getting there. There we go. So that is, for people who don't have the VivTech bulbs, that was probably a crazy number. Again, that is a little conversion rate for the VivTech. It's made specifically with the VivTech bulbs, but it has a little bit of info in there that actually can that you'll be able to show to convert the regular outputs of like the compacts and the T5s versus the VivTech bulbs. And again, not getting paid for the UVB reader. I'm not getting paid for the Rapid Sense by Zilla. However, if you are interested in the LED lights that can last over 3 years, if you use this code, and I'll put it right here, that will give you a percentage off for the VivTech Sure Sun bulbs. Not really getting paid for that either, but I really like their product, so there we go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Trying to keep it pretty quick. This is a really cool little product. I think it is a good way to really have us get the conversations going for the average hobbyist that's only keeping a couple different animals, be it a bearded dragon, a Russian tortoise, maybe even a ball python or a corn snake. Yes, I know it's really cool and it smells really. Here, how about this, Remus? I'll give you this. You can sit here and play with that. There you go. Remus will play with that. There you go, buddy. So hopefully, again, you guys enjoyed today's video. Interesting little product. It's fairly new on the market. I've had it for a couple weeks now, trying to play around with it, and I'm finally getting around. It's been a crazy couple days for me, crazy couple weeks in all honesty. And I'm just now getting around for it, but it is a fairly new product, and it is a really cool and interesting thing that people will be able to use to really start talking about the UVB lighting that has been lacking in the hobby. No, I'm not talking about just UVB lighting for snakes, just in general. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more reptile content. Hope you're having a great day, and we will check you next time.